Shalom, Israel, Most High in Christ. Bless. Officer Lavi here. We got a few special guests in for the class. I'm glad to have these brothers tag team, triple team with me. To my right, I have.
Hey, Officer Bruce. Shalom, everybody.
All praises. And to my left.
Officer Zariah. Shalom, Most High in Christ. Bless.
Officer Zariah. Yeah, we know him as T Silent. Best rapper in Israel. All right, so we're going to jump right into today's class. Today's class is going to be called God's Divergence. All right, so if you've seen the movie, you know I'm just now getting into it. I know I'm 10 years late, basically, but I saw the movie. I'm a movie head. I like movies. It's intriguing when you can see it from a spiritual eye. When you learn how to see things spiritually, it's like, wow, I didn't catch that at first. And you begin to catch things spiritually, see how things are in the world today, you know? So Divergent. So when you look at the movie Divergent, I mean, it's a lot of stuff in there. So we're going to get into it. But today's class is called God's Divergence. We're going to see, are you a divergent? Or are you just a part of America's society? Are you, one of those men or women who have not bowed the knee to Baal, like they say? Like the Lord said, I got 7,000 that have not bowed to Baal. Like, brothers and sisters who have, not bowed to America, who know they Israelites. They ain't came in the body yet, but they know they Israel. That's what piqued my mind when I first seen this movie. All right, so let's play the trailer. Let's jump right into it. We don't have a lot of time, but we're going to get a lot in a short period of time. So y'all go ahead, IT, play that trailer. Pull it up. Yep, that's it.
"100 years ago, after the war, our founders created a system they believed would create lasting peace. They divided society into 5 factions.
The only way you can survive is for each of you to claim your rightful place.
Everyone is tested to determine who we are and where we belong.
Say goodbye, families.
Are you nervous?
No. I'm terrified.
All right, stop. So it say they divided into 5 factions. So society is divided up, like we in society today. You seen the movie, huh? All praise. So just follow along on the trailer now. Stick with me. All right, go ahead and play that thing. So they gotta go through different things to see what category they're gonna be in. So this is her, test run. It's all a mental thing though. It's like, technology, they plan on their mental to see where they mind at and give them tests in their mind. It's a heavy movie if you watched it. If you haven't watched it, I encourage you to watch it spiritually. Go ahead, play that thing.
Your results were inconclusive.
That's impossible.
It's not impossible.
So stop. Her results were inconclusive. Her results were, we can't put you in a certain category. Go ahead, play that thing. Listen.
Rare. You're able to control and conquer your fears. They call it divergent. You don't fit into a category. They can't control you.
Stop. She said your results inconclusive. Like you're able to control your fears. Say you don't fit into a category. We call you divergent. We can't control you. America tries to control us. They do control us through what? Social media. Give me Psalms 83 real fast, officer. Social media, movies, television, all this, right? These are mediums that they control us through. Spells, witchcrafts. Could I say something else?
The music.
Music, thank you. So in society, like she said on the video clip, like she said, we can't control you. They can't control you. Give me Psalms 83. You know what I want, Crafty Counsel?
Yes, sir.
Listen real fast.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 83 and verse 2.
Come on.
For lo, thine enemies make a tumult. And they that hate thee.
These folks don't love us. So how can we expect them to have anything in society that's really beneficial for us? Read.
And they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
That's those think tanks. They really have meetings on how can we keep these people in sin? How can we keep these people going the way we want them to go? Hence the movie. They can't control you. A divergent. They can't control you. Read.
And consulted against thy hidden ones.
That's it. Play the trailer.
Divergent. You don't fit into a category. They can't control you. You can't trust anyone. You have to hide inside a faction to survive.
Welcome to Dauntless.
Initiates, we will be watching to see who you really are.
You made a mistake choosing Dauntless. They'll find out about you.
I know what you are.
You're afraid of heights.
Everyone's afraid of something, but not you. Fear doesn't shut you down, it wakes you up. That's what makes you dangerous.
Divergents threaten the system.
Say
safe
divergence
until they're
threats and
removed.
stop.
She's gonna kill me.
Divergence threaten the system. Now don't get caught up in all the love stories with the Edomite boy and the little Edomite girl. See, that's what y'all be getting caught up on. Oh, he taking his shirt off. Oh, girl, he fine. He's the damn devil. And you the devil too. You like them old white Edomite Esau dusty devils. Don't get caught up in a love story. That's the movie aspect of it. Look spiritually and see what's being said. The outline of the movie. You understand? Captain Emmanuel, that's his thing. You understand? Go ahead.
No, hey, did y'all catch that? He said, fear does not shut you down.
Right. It wakes you up.
Exactly. And so that's the thing. The Most High, he wouldn't say he didn't put the spirit of fear upon us.
Right.
So when you hear that, that's what they really, that's what they really fear.
Right. When we not fearful.
When we not fearful.
Yeah,
Right.
that's crazy heavy what you said, because there is a fear that wakes us up. That's the fear of the Most High God.
Yeah.
Right,
exactly.
right. That's heavy.
All
That's
praise.
heavy. That's why I say it's movie spiritual.
Yeah.
It's movie heavy. A lot of
It's the
movies heavy if
divine.
you watch it with spiritual eye. All right, play on so we can finish it out.
We have to be ready for anything.
The world is changing. You'll have to decide who you're loyal to.
All of my life, I've lived by your rules. Not anymore.
Divergent. It's a hell of a movie. Now look up the meaning of Divergent. I think I might have sent it to you, or I didn't. Google Divergent. There's a lot being said in there. A lot being said. Let's take it to the spiritual aspect. So look up Divergence. Divergent.
This is the definition of divergent. Something divergent is moving away from what is expected. Two divergent paths are moving in opposite directions, away from each other.
Right.
Things that are divergent are diverging, moving away from a path or a standard.
So what? Now you can go to the other one, Divergent. I mean, like, click on the Google definition of that now, like the Divergent now definition. Just take off define, have divergent first, and then put definition behind it. So the ways of, give me Isaiah 30, 21. I think this is the way. Walk ye in it. I'm gonna be winging a lot of this.
That's okay.
Jump in, brother. So I called y'all in here for backup.
Understood.
All right. So I think it's gonna be a good class. We can all tag team. Give me the Isaiah 30.
Gotcha. Isaiah chapter 30 and verse 20. And though the Lord give you the bread of adversity.
We do have the bread of adversity. As blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians, the minorities of today, we have the bread of adversity. We go through things. Read.
And the water of affliction.
The water of affliction, we drink it constantly. We always having something going on. Read.
Yet shall not thy teachers be removed into a corner anymore.
Come on.
But thine eyes shall see thy teachers, and thine ears shall hear a word behind thee, saying,
Saying what?
This is the way.
Which way?
This is the way.
These commandments. Seeing thy teacher, the teacher's going to be preaching, keep the commandments. Saying this is the way, not
Walk-
the ways of America. Don't go that way. Don't go that way. Come this way. Read.
Walk ye in it.
This is the way we must walk in. We can't diverge from this path, but we got to diverge from America's path. And the movie was stated, they say in the movie, you're divergent. We can't control you. Now, what people you know can't be controlled like right now, today's time? Them damn Israelites. They pop up everywhere. You can't tell them nothing. They always preaching the Bible. You can't tell them Israelites nothing. You can't control the Israelites.
They won't let me talk.
They won't let me talk. Thank you, exactly. You can't, because we are God's chosen. We are cheeseheads for the Lord.
That's right.
Right? You better say something, officer?
Hey, and the thing is, it's funny because when let's get that new creature, because when you become a new creature, you are now divergent. That old creature was what? Moving on the standard, moving on the path that the America has set for us. But once you become that new creature, you are what you say, God's divergent. You're not moving on the standard path. You're not moving the way they want you to move. And that's what they fear. Because us being God's divergence mean what? The end of their kingdom. That's all I got off. That's all I got. Hey, Roland, read that scripture.
Yes, sir. The book of 2 Corinthians chapter 5 and verse 17. Therefore, if any man be in Christ, he is a new creature. Old things are passed away. Behold, all things are become new.
Because in the beginning of the movie, they had their little way of life. Then they put you through the test. And then what? You had a whole new life. When you joined, you decided you want to be this faction or that faction. You left your old life in the other faction. And so now you are new. Well, she chose dauntless. She was a new dauntless person. And then they found out she was divergent. She was no longer on that old set path.
Right.
There you go.
Right, exactly. So, if you want to say something before I move on? Okay, let's pull up the definition. Let's get through it. While we getting that, read that scripture, officer.
Yes, sir. The book of Leviticus, chapter 20 and verse 26. And ye shall be holy unto me, for I, the Lord, am holy, and have severed you from other people, that ye should be mine.
What did God do? He say, I have severed you from other people. We already, as a people, a peculiar people, like I say. We already have different laws, different ordinances, different things that we do. We already separated. We already just made different. When we have the problem is we conform to other nations. They call it assimilate, or we become Hellenized. Like during the Greek captivity, we became Hellenized with the Greeks. We started following their ways. That's why I said we love the glory of the Grecians best of all. We always had different ways of living. We was always made to be divergent from the system. Read the thing again.
Yes, sir. And ye shall be holy unto me, for I, the Lord, am holy, and have severed you from other people, that ye should be mine.
So with that, I'm sending y'all this definition right here. See if you can pull this definition up. You should have it right about now. See if you can find it, pull it up. All right, so we always been different, okay? Now, understanding this, in being different, I don't know about y'all, but I always had to feel like, dang, something in the world just ain't right. Something just don't feel right. Something going to church on Sundays, like, got to be more to this life. Give me Jeremiah 3:14. There got to be more to this life. That's why the Lord said this right here. Maybe you watching, maybe you had the same feeling. You just, dang, you know what, just some just ain't quite right. And when you heard this truth, boom, light bulb went off. That's the Lord waking you up, activating your spirit. Read that.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 3, and verse 14.
Come on.
Turn, O backsliding children, saith the Lord.
The Bible say, turn, O backsliding children, saith the Lord. Read.
For I am married unto you, and I will take you one of a city, and two of a family.
So everybody not gonna get it. Maybe you just that one in your family that woke up. Everybody around you, just like, hey, you know what? Something wrong with little Tay-Tay. Something wrong with little Kevion. He's just different, and you always just knew you was just different. Maybe you was the favorite one in the family. You was the favorite nephew. You was the favorite cousin. Then you just came across some video. Boom, now we're the Israelites. Now everybody looking at you crazy. Because you was always selected to be that one of a family. Read it again.
Oh, turn, O backsliding children, saith the Lord. For I am married unto you, and I will take you one of a city, and two of a family. And I will bring you to Zion.
Bring you back to knowing who you are, an Israelite, and what you must do to get the kingdom, which is keep the commandments. Now go to Matthew 10. Matthew 10:34. Let's understand one thing. Let's understand one thing what the Lord came to do. Y'all pull that definition up? Go ahead and get it. You was always the different one, the person that was just, in the family that just had a different outlook on things. That was you. That is you. Pull it up. Definition. This is what I wanted.
The definition of divergent: tending to be different or develop in different directions.
Develop in different directions. Go ahead.
Similar, differing, varying, different, dissimilar, unlike, unalike, disparate, contrasting, contrastive, antithetical.
All basically going against the grain. You a person that goes against the grain. You unlike everything else. You opposed to the ways of America. But nonetheless, read it at Matthew 10:34. Let's see what Christ came to do. So we've seen the definitions of it, right? You are different, unlike, different. I mean, you are disagreeing, conflicting with the ways of America. Something just ain't quite right in your spirit with how things are going. Read that.
The book of Matthew, chapter 10 and verse 34.
Come on.
Think not that I am come to send peace on earth.
So you wonder why sometime when you bring out this truth, it's a rift. It's a rift in the household. It's going to be a rift. Read.
I came not to send peace.
Christ didn't come to send peace. Everything ain't going to be everything, kumbaya, everything all good for his name's sake. When you learn this truth, hey, we got to stop eating pork. You tell your mama that, your auntie that. You tell your cousin that. Hey, I can't be with y'all on Memorial Day, Labor Day weekend. What you mean you can't come around? What you mean? Well, I just can't hang out. Y'all gonna be eating pork. I learned we can't do that no more. Or you, okay, baby. All right, baby. Well, you just doing your thing. You just having your phase right now. Whatever it is they say. No, you are being chosen by God. Your spirit have been activated by the Lord. And now it's on you to walk this walk. Read that.
I came not to send peace, but a sword. For I am come to set a man at variance against his father, and the daughter against her mother.
Against, differing, varying. Because they believe one thing, you learn the truth, you believe something else. They classify you as a divergent. You cannot be controlled. This nigga crazy. What you gonna say? You got another definition? Okay. Read that thing again.
Yes, sir. For I am come to set a man at variance against his father.
He come to set a man at variance against his father. Read.
And the daughter against her mother.
Read.
And the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law.
Go back to what y'all had up there. Don't go off of that. See, they're messing up stuff. I had the right word and everything. Yes. Keep it right there. Right there. Read.
Verse 36.
Yep.
And a man's foes shall be they of his own household. He that loveth father or mother more than me.
So Christ throwing out that stipulation. You love your father or mother more than me. Read.
Is not worthy of me. And he that loveth son or daughter
Then
more than me.
Flip it to the parents. You love son or daughter more than me. We can't put our kids before the Lord. Everything got to come second to the Lord. Read.
Is not worthy of me.
We ain't worthy of him. Now pull that definition up. That's what I wanted. How you find it, boy?
Yo, they the men now.
Y'all brothers on point.
They own it.
Thank God good. All right. Pull it up. What is another word for divergent? Read that, Alvis.
We've got abnormal, offbeat.
Go to, keep going.
Radical.
Radical. They say Christ was a radical. Read.
Wayward.
Now go across from wayward.
Revolutionary.
Put that cursor right there. Revolutionary. What does it mean to be revolutionary? Oh, my God. Click on that. Can we click on that or no? So divergent means you a revolutionary.
Yes, sir.
I knew it was in there somewhere when I was looking this thing up.
Praise.
Revolutionary. You want to say something else?
No, go ahead.
Like
go
you're
ahead.
itching on something.
Yeah.
Real
Go
quick,
ahead.
if we can I give you the scripture real quick? They pulling this up.
Yeah, come on with it.
Just going back to what you said, like, because at the end of the trailer, you can hear the lady speaking, and she mentions you have to choose who you're loyal to.
Right. I was gonna get to that.
Okay.
Keep going. No, go ahead.
I just wanted to pull Matthew 6:24.
Matthew 6:24.
Matthew 6:24, because this is it. It's not possible for us. Pretty much we're gonna read it in the scripture, but you got to choose where your loyalty lies. As a divergent, your loyalty does not lie in that of the ways of America or this society. That's the same. That's what they showing on this screen. And as a divergent, as somebody who say, do you believe in this truth? You believe in Christ as an Israelite, yeah, you got to pick a side. Your mom and them or
Right.
God.
I'm
Your
glad you
dad
said
and
it.
them or the Most High God. Mother's Day, Father's Day, Christmas. You understand?
Ain't no gray area.
Ain't no gray area.
You gotta
Ain't no
pick
in
this-
between.
Right.
Read that for me.
The book of Matthew, chapter 6 and verse 24.
Uh-huh.
No man can serve two masters.
That's it right there. Christ said it. He said, no man can serve two masters. It's impossible. You either divergent or I think the opposite of that would be convergent. You coming together. You assimilate, like you mentioned, officer. You either divergent or you converge. You either with Christ or you with the world. Right? Keep reading.
For either he will hate the one and love the other,
Uh-huh.
or else he will hold to the one and despise the other.
That's it. It's impossible. When you come into this truth, you take full hold on to Christ. You take full hold on the word of the Most High God, and you let go of the ways of the world. That's what it means to be divergent. That's what it means to really be a revolutionary. You head first in this truth. You got the song Going All In? That's real.
Right.
That's what this is about. That's what being a divergent is about. So that's what we got to come into, really understanding where our loyalty lies. That's what Christ is talking about. You finish out and I'm done. I'm done right there.
Ye cannot serve God and mammon.
It's impossible. You cannot
Right.
serve God and mammon. That's all I wanted, officer.
Can't serve God and the riches of this world. Because a lot of times that's what takes us out. That battle fatigue. We start envying the ways of the wicked. We seeing how they living, seeing how they moving. They ain't worried about much. We envy the ways of the wicked. That's called, having that battle fatigue. Like it say in Mark 4, that the lust of the world and deceitfulness of riches choke the word. All right? So pull that next thing back up while we on definitions real fast. So these are the movies right here. It start out with Divergent, then you got Divergent, Insurgent, and you got Allegiant. Thank you. I had to look it up when I was driving up here. Allegiant. So we looked up Divergent. Now Google Insurgent. I want to get that one. Now don't get caught up on the movie and the love story and the little white boy and the little white girl. Y'all be killing me with that. Stop it. Get some help. Look past the movie, bro, and look at it spiritually. All right, so you got Divergent, Insurgent, and Allegiant. So pull up Insurgent. Let's look up that. That's what I looked up earlier.
There you go.
Insurgent.
The definition of insurgent, a rebel.
A what?
A rebel or a revolutionary.
Drop the bombs on that one. And we ain't got it. There we go. CIT, y'all got to be ready. Insurgent is a rebel or revolutionary. A revolutionary. Let's think about one thing. Right? We had plenty of revolutionaries come before us. All right, it's gonna be a picture. I know I'm hitting y'all with the okie doke. It's gonna be a picture I'm finna send to you. I'm gonna send you a picture of all the revolutionaries. Name some revolutionaries that came before.
Stokely Carmichael.
Come on with it. Who we have?
Malcolm
Fred
X.
Hampton.
Fred
Fred
Hampton. Kwame
Marcus
Nkrumah.
Garvey.
Right.
All of them.
So all these brothers. So I'm gonna send you a picture. Here it is right here. This brother found it. And read Insurgent again, officer. Because it was 3 different movie series. Divergent, Insurgent. So Insurgent, I got it. A rebel or revolutionary. All right, now pull up the movie series again. I want to see movie series. Pull up that movie series picture. So they make these movies, bruh. Give me that in where it say the inward thought of every one of them is deep. They make these movies, and they just put it out there in our face, right? It ain't no coincidence that's why they just making up stuff. It ain't no coincidence. Call him out, Officer Baruch.
What,
The movie names?
Divergent, Insurgent, and Allegiant.
Did you see the movie?
Yes, I saw all 3 of them. Yeah. And it's funny that you say that because there's a lot to be said just by these movie posters. Just by the movie poster, if you look at them with your spiritual eyes, you will see, okay, at first in Divergent, she came to her awakening, so to speak.
Right.
All right. That's us when we say, you know what? Oh, I'm an Israelite.
Thank you.
Okay.
See,
So-
not the neurons in the brain inspiring. See, that's why I wanted y'all up here. It starts to firing off. It's like a show before the show.
Yeah.
Come on, bruh.
And so now the second one, Insurgent, you see, okay, she done made a little bit of some transition. She
Right.
done made some changes. She done grown a little bit because look at where she at now. She's in the forefront.
Mm-hmm.
You know, she ain't hiding behind the dude no more. But now, wait a minute. She's truly found out who her real enemy is. Now the enemy is in the picture. Because the insurgent, she really getting attacked. They really coming at her.
I'm just sticking with the definition, what they mean.
Yeah.
So divergent means going against, being different. Insurgent, not revolutionary.
Yeah.
Allegiant means your allies who you loyal to. Right. I'm just following the sequence of the names. All right, read it right there.
Yes,
Psalm 64.
Psalm chapter 64 and verse 6.
Pull the picture up real fast. I wanted to see it for the folks who watching online. Go ahead.
They search out iniquities.
Pull it up.
They accomplish a diligent search. Both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep.
So they ain't just making up these movies just for nothing. That's why I wanted to pull that scripture. They ain't just making up these movies for nothing. All right, so now pull up allegiant. Let's get the definition of allegiant. And then I want you to pull up, after this, the revolutionary picture.
Okay, number 2 says devotion or loyalty to
what?
Devotion or loyalty.
That's a hard thing for a Negro to understand today. Devotion, devoted. You devout to something. Like it's saying Acts 2, devout men. Right? Pull it back up. Read it again.
Devotion or loyalty to a person, group, or cause.
And we are loyal to only the cause of Christ. We loyal to Christ, the gospel. That's what we are loyal to. And we have to show ourselves as faithful men. Like I say in 2 Timothy. Give me that. 2 Timothy 2:2. We have to show ourselves loyal. So we went through the names, definitions. I wanted to finally get through it. It took a minute, but you got to build the hype up sometime. You got to build up the suspense. Right? So 2 Timothy 2:2.
2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 2. And the things that thou hast heard of me among many witnesses, the same commit thou to faithful men.
That translates to loyal brothers. Commit to faithful men. What we learn, we have to pass it on to faithful men. These have to be faithful brothers next to me. I have to be a faithful steward, a faithful follower of Christ. Loyalty. That's what the last one was. Allegiant. Right? And I like how you said, Officer Baruch, it's like the different stages. First you find out you an Israelite. Now you classified as a divergent. Oh, he's a radical. What? We got a crisis black. So now you saying that to your mama and your daddy. Oh, he's different. She's different. Divergent. That's you. That's movie 1.
Yeah.
Movie 2, insurgent. Right?
Yeah.
Insurgent. So now you in your next phase. You a revolutionary.
You causing problems for
You
the
causing
system.
problems. Now you out here teaching.
Yeah.
Now you spreading the gospel. Now you sharing it on Instagram. Now you passing it around. Go ahead.
You number 3 on the hate group list.
You number 3 on the hate group list. Exactly. That's the second movie, Insurgent. Now, Allegiance, you showing your loyalty. Through the trials, through the tribulations, Sirach 2.
Yeah.
You going through your trials, your tribulations, whatever it is you're dealing with, you showing your loyalty to who? Christ, this gospel. No matter what, you're going to keep these commandments. That's what I thought when I seen the movie names. I had to dig into what these names mean. It might have been simple for y'all, but me, I had to look it up. I had to Google it. Okay. Google Nation today. Everybody Google everything. Hey Siri. She just that's us today.
Siri and Alexa, damn.
Right. That's some crazy stuff right there. But anyway, let's pull up the picture of the revolutionaries. But I don't want to forget the thought. Commit thou to faithful men, like it says. Read it again, officer.
Yes, sir. And the things that thou hast heard of me among many witnesses, the same commit thou to faithful men, who shall be able to teach others also.
And that's our job, our mission. Teach others also. Commit to faithful men. Now, the revolutionary part. I want to pull that up. Read them off.
Sir, we got Malcolm X, Martin Luther King Jr., Fred Hampton, Huey P. Newton, Geronimo, Cesar Chavez, Pedro Campos, Carlos Margella.
Some of them don't know who those names are. But let's go back up to the top. Geronimo, he was revolutionary for the American Indians. We can start back at the top. Malcolm X, black nationalist, Nation of Islam, Martin Luther King. And here in the States, in America, we familiar with these top names right here. Martin Luther King, Civil Rights Movement, Fred Hampton. But you got Black Panthers, Huey P. Newton, Black Panther. Come on down. You got Geronimo, What they say, officer?
What,
Cesar
Chavez?
Yep, Cesar Chavez. No, I was gonna say APAC or
Apache Liberation.
Apache Liberation. All praise to the Most High. It's a little blurry, but y'all can see it. All these men in their times were divergents. Believe it or not, these men had a role in us being able to teach the gospel today. That's why we have things like, freedom of speech, which they're trying to take that away. But I'm saying these men were divergents of their times. They didn't just go with the social norm like most folks do. You gotta you gotta have some cojones to go against the social norm. When everybody's saying Christ is white, you say, hell no, Christ is black. When everybody's saying we gotta celebrate Christmas, you say, I don't celebrate Christmas.
That's right.
It's a thing called social construct. I want y'all to pull that video up next. Oh yeah, I lined them up for them. Pull that video up next. But no. Let's stay right here. I want us to understand what it means to be a divergent. It really means like, hey, this person is a problem to society. Come on down. You got Cesar Chavez. Shout out to the IT team, AV team for putting this together. I seen this on the chat, and I'm glad the brother found it for me. Carlos, how you say that?
Carlos Margella.
Margella, come on down. Call him up, officer.
It's Kwame Ture, or formerly known as Stokely Carmichael.
Right.
You got Nat Turner.
Slave rebellion during his time. Nat Turner, that's with the movie Birth of a Nation. Mm-hmm. He was a divergent of his time, and ready to die for something. Right, most folks today, y'all just want to twerk, and dudes want to buy a damn Hellcat, or buy a damn car, and pay the note. Think they're doing something. Right. Pull it back up so we can finish.
You got Toussaint Louverture, the Haitian Revolution, and you got Marcus Garvey.
Marcus Garvey. All praise to the Most High. So with that, I just wanted to point out these men were revolutionaries of their time. Like today. Is the revolution over? Has God sealed up the book? Like, is it done? No, it ain't done.
Sir.
It ain't done. All right, so who are the revolutionaries now? I think you know, but we're going to see who the real cheeseheads are that's going to be a part of this last awakening. And Lord will, you are divergent. You God's divergent. You're not going with the social norm. Read that for me, officer.
Yes, sir. 1 Corinthians chapter 4 and verse 9.
Come on.
For I think that God has set forth us, the apostles, last.
The what?
For I think that God has set forth us, the apostles, last.
Many men have came. The apostles always came last to clear everything up, to set it in order, to say, hey, this is it. This is the final. Believe on Christ. This is the way. Walk ye in it. After all these different great groups for their times did much works for our people, meaning the so-called blacks, Hispanic, and Native Indians, did works for their people, did works for us. Most Negroes sitting on the couch, scratching, going to work, coming home, eating a TV dinner, warming it up in the microwave or in the air fryer now. Yeah. You ain't really got no purpose in life. God is giving us purpose, knowing who we are. When you hear this truth, I mean, when I first heard Deuteronomy 28, you shall go into slavery with ships. I like, damn. Ooh, my eyes watered up. It hit me like a ton of bricks. The Lord was awakening me then. The Lord is awakening you now. What you gonna do? Read it again.
For I think that God have set forth us, the apostles, last, as it were appointed to death. For we are made a spectacle unto the world.
That's what I wanted to get. We are made a spectacle unto the world. Spectacle meaning what it say right here in my Bible. We are made a theater, a threat. We are made like, dang, who are these guys? Read.
And to angels and to men.
So we made a spectacle unto the world. You be riding by, and you just look over like, who them dudes over there in purple? Over there standing over there teaching, just hollering at folks. Who over there they got a crowd around just outside the store? Just, we be outside the store. We'll pop up at your store.
In a heartbeat.
In your neighborhood, on your front porch. Right. We'll be
got a whole song about it.
We'll a whole song about it. We'll pull up on you where it ain't safe. That's a Juvia right there. But anyway, we are made a spectacle unto the world. Read.
Verse 10. We are fools for Christ's sake.
Y'all say, damn, these dudes cheeseheads. Shout out to Officer Gedaliah. He came up with that term, cheesehead. You know, like Green Bay Packers back in the day when they used to wear them cheese on their head. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about behind the camera? Oh, I know you a little young back there. I'll pray. Green Bay Packers, 30 below, 20 below with their shirt off.
No
These
shirt.
dudes crazy as hell. You seen it on ESPN
Yes,
back in the
yes,
day.
yes.
That's how they look at us today. What in the world? These dudes out there on the corner teaching the Bible. Yes, that's us. Straight cheeseheads. That's us. Read it again.
We are fools for Christ's sake.
We are fools for Christ's sake. You got to be out your natural loving mind to go out on the corner and say, hey, America being brought down. Jesus Christ is a black man. He's not white. We are the real Jews.
What club was that at?
Admit that a lot of people don't even realize they.
I've called her. She hasn't responded. I've called her more than a few times.
But the Zulu Nation, I'm like, what the hell is this? I know nobody know what I'm talking about. You'll leave me on the island by myself. I don't know what the hell Bishop's talking about. That's what y'all do. Then after class, yeah, I knew what you were talking about. I just don't want to be caught out there. The hell is this? Get on my damn nerves. So read that again, 31.
We can go to jail for saying that. They trying to put laws in place to put us behind bars for saying that. And we don't give a damn. We fools for Christ's sake.
That's right.
Hence the movie can't be controlled. Can't be, they are divergent. There was hunting the divergents down.
Yep.
I hope you know that in the movie that was beginning to hunt them down to kill them. I'm telling you, the movie is spiritual. Y'all thinking it's just, okay, just a movie. What you think gonna happen to us? Give me 2nd Ezra 16. We fools for Christ's sake. You know what I'm trying to, I'm going to? 2nd Ezra 16, great insurrection. We fools for Christ's sake.
They was killing them.
They was killing them, folks.
Killing them. Hey, man, you know what? It's time for some new movie posters. It's time for the true images that need to be up on them posters. Divergent.
Right.
Insurgent.
You got to get IT to make some of that.
Exactly.
Y'all make some posters, IT, of Divergent with us on there with the bishops and the deacons and the
man,
captains.
I'm telling you.
We already got the IT. You know, IT making the killer AI art. I seen one of you. All praises. Yeah, I seen one of you. I seen one of you too. You was in here at Muscles.
You got one too?
All praise. We all got one now. AI just taking over, but we using it for righteous imagery, like you always push.
Yeah.
Righteous imagery, right? So read that thing.
Yes, sir. The book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 16 and verse 70.
They can't control us. In the movie, they were trying to kill the divergents because they couldn't control them. Now read 2nd Ezra 16.
Yes, sir. 2nd Ezra 16, 70. For there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord.
A great insurrection upon who?
Those that fear the Lord.
The divergents. We fear the Lord. We're going to follow his commandments. We're going to keep his laws no matter what. Read.
They shall be like madmen, sparing none.
They're not going to try to spare none of us. Like in the movie, they were trying to kill them. They weren't trying to spare none of them. Read.
But still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord.
They're trying to destroy us. Matthew 24. Ain't nothing deep. It just got to be reiterated. It got to be understood. They put these movies out here, and here you are, falling in love with the old Edomite boy. Brother falling in love with the little Edomite girl on the front cover. Oh, I like her. Yeah, she tough. She nice. I like that little Edomite dusty devil. Bruh, got jungle fever. When we did a class on that jungle fever.
Yeah.
All praising. He liked the old Edomite. Y'all falling in love with the love story. Get past the stories, bruh. Get past all that BS. Look at the meaning of the movie. Read that, Matthew 24.
Matthew chapter 24, verse 9. Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted.
Start at verse, right there.
Yes, sir. Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you.
And shall what?
And shall kill you.
Read.
And ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake.
They going to try to kill us for teaching what we teach. Matthew 10. Matthew chapter 10 and verse, Matthew 10, verse 11.
The book of Matthew, chapter 10, verse 11.
Come on.
And into whatsoever city or town ye shall enter. Inquire who in it is worthy.
Inquire, like, who is worthy to hear this gospel. Feel out the spirits around, because some folks you're going to talk to, and you just know this is a straight nigga coon. I'm just going to be real. You just going to know he all about master, he all about the white man. He's a straight nigga coon. You spit on the sidewalk. Oh, don't spit on the sidewalk. That's master sidewalk. He ain't going to say that literally. I'm just being, over-exaggerating. But you know a Negro coon when you see one. Go ahead.
And there abide till ye go thence. And when ye come into an house, salute it. And if the house be worthy, let your peace come upon it. But if it be not worthy, let your peace return to you. And whosoever shall not receive you,
they don't want to hear this word, they don't want to hear this gospel,
nor hear your words, when you depart out of the house or city, shake off the dust of your feet.
Shake off the dust of your feet. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust for them. They're going to die when the nukes come. Jump over to verse 23. Nope, 22.
Yes, sir. Verse 22. And you shall be hated of all men for my name's sake.
There it go again. We will be hated for this. For what?
For my name's sake.
For Christ's name's sake. What is that? His gospel, his teachings. What did he look like? We're going to be hated for preaching that. Read.
But he that endureth to the end.
We get through all the perils, all the hard times. We think we got hard times right now. We ain't hard times. What's going on over there in Haiti with our brothers over there in Haiti? Shout out to Mr. Jimmy Barbecue. Pushing a real revolution right now. He's a divergent for America. Now, we know he don't have the knowledge of Christ yet. Shout out to Patient Saints. They had him on the show. I was watching it. They had him on the show. He was doing an interview talking about what's going on. He's ready to die for his people, which they are our people. They just don't know they Israelites yet. We trying to extend that to them. Hey, we got to come back to God. That's the only way. That's our only help. That's our only way of winning any fight. That's the Lord. Not sitting down with these politicians. Not joining hand in hand with the enemy. The same people that oppress us. They're going to plot and scheme. They may sound good in speech and write out, little things of covenants and peace treaties, but it's all going to be deceit.
Just a quick point, just what you're saying about barbecue. Like he's a revolutionary, but if you in this American bubble, you in Christian society, and you let the white man control every thought that you have, you would refer to him as a gang leader.
You will refer to him as a gang leader. That's exactly right. Read back to
verse 23 again.
Yes, sir. 23.
I'm sorry.
22. Yep.
And ye shall be hated of all men.
Y'all put me a picture of Jimmy Barbecue, and then some pictures over there in Haiti. Go ahead.
And ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake. But he that endureth to the end shall be saved.
Go ahead.
But when they persecute you in this city.
Why would they persecute you? For preaching his name's sake. You shall be hated for my name's sake. So when they persecute us for preaching, it say when they read 23.
Yes, sir. But when they persecute you in this city, flee ye into another. For verily I say unto you, ye shall not have gone over the cities of Israel till the Son of Man be come.
Read.
Verse 24. The disciple is not above his master.
What happened to our master Christ? What happened to the Savior? Read.
Nor the servant above his Lord. It is enough for the disciple that he be as his master, and the servant as his Lord. If they have called the master of the house of Beelzebub,
they call Christ Beelzebub, the devil. Read.
How much more shall they call them of his household?
They will persecute us. They're going to call us the devil. They're going to call us names. Read.
For fear them.
They're going to call us a hate group. They might not say, specifically Beelzebub or specifically he's the devil. They're going to call us a hate group. They're going to call us different names to defame us. They may call us a gang like they're doing with our brother Jimmy. I can't say his name. And Suarez.
Shazier.
Shazier.
I think that's how you say it.
I heard him say it, but I ain't got the accent. I can't even try it. But we know who I'm talking about. Pull his picture up. Pull his picture up. I want it to be in HD, but that'll work.
What NPR say right there?
What it say? Go ahead.
Just that one you see over there.
Okay, I see it. Haiti's notorious gang leader. No, he ain't no gang leader. He fighting for his people just to have basic clean water, basic civil rights. Though that's the tribe of Levi right there. Haiti. Our leadership has went over there, reached out to the brother, talked to him, had him on the show. Real men gonna do something. You wanna know what they're gonna do? Here it go. Give me that First Maccabees 2.
Bring it out.
Bishop Yabasop said it on his class. First Maccabees 2, I want to say 21.
Yes, sir. That's it.
Read that. Real men gonna do something. I ain't went to it in a while. First Maccabees 2. You know what I want? You got it? Here it is right here. First Maccabees 3:21.
First Maccabees chapter 3 and verse 21.
This is what real men gonna do.
But we fight for our lives and our laws.
That's what the brother's doing. He fighting for his people. Our forefathers right here, Judah Maccabees, Simon, all of them, fought for our lives and our laws. Most black men today ain't fighting for nothing but to be number one in the Jordan line.
That's it.
To be number one, getting the tax return back. We ain't fighting for nothing. That's why I said the men of this generation are like what? Children. Pull a picture up of him again. So Mr. Jimmy Barbecue, he's at today's time, you got to call him what he is, a real live revolutionary. He's being revolutionary, fighting for his people. All right, now let's go back to 1 Corinthians 4 about the apostles' last.
1 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 9.
You got something, officer?
Yeah, I'm gonna let you say that, but
Okay, hold your point. And y'all pull up pictures of, y'all get ready, pull up pictures of us marching. Pull up pictures of the bishops and the deacons. Let's go back to it. So a lot of divergents have been placed throughout the earth. Believe it or not, you got, like we went over the pictures of the revolutionary of the civil rights movement, Martin Luther King, Marcus Garvey. Don't forget your point. Marcus Garvey, right? You got Jimmy Barbecue over there in Haiti, fighting for his people. Real revolutionary stuff. We looked up the definition of divergent. We looked up the definition of insurgent. That means revolutionary. Y'all get those pictures of the bishops ready and the marching and everything like that. Soldier Matthew. All right, now read 1 Corinthians 4.
Yes, sir. 1 Corinthians 4 and 9. For I think that God has set forth us the apostles last, as it were appointed to death. For we are made a spectacle unto the world.
We are made a spectacle unto the world.
And to angels and to men. We are fools for Christ's sake.
We fools for Christ's sake, like we were saying earlier. Go ahead.
But ye are wise in Christ. We are weak, but ye are strong.
1 Corinthians 1 and 25. 1 Corinthians 1 verse 25.
1 Corinthians chapter 1 verse 25.
Y'all get those pictures queued up. It shouldn't be hard to find. Go ahead.
Because the foolishness of God is wiser than men.
So people think, okay, we foolish, right? Read.
And the weakness of God is stronger than men.
The weakness of God is stronger than men. We black, we Hispanic. Y'all pull them up. Just pull them up as we talking. Go back to the front and just pull them up and go through them. Right? We black, we Hispanic. We looked at as nothing. Read.
For ye see your calling, brethren, how that not many wise men after the flesh.
Go through them. Go through them. Not many wise men after the flesh. Before anybody knew anybody, we just regular black folks. We just, okay, brothers out there teaching, you know, I don't know him. I don't know who he is. Right? Read. We not your Al Sharptons. We not your Jesse Jacksons for, you know, that time. We not your, what's the guy name today? Umar Johnson today. No, we ain't that today. That's not us. We not as popular or as known, you know, before we got, you know, the sea of purple hit everywhere. We not as known. We just regular folks. Read on.
Not many mighty.
Not many mighty.
Not many noble.
Read.
Are called. But God have chosen the foolish things of the world to confound the wise.
We confound the wise through the Spirit of Christ. Under our leadership, the bishops, the deacons, we confound the wise. The so-called preachers of today. Your T.D. Jakes. Lord have mercy. Your T.D. Jakes. Your Cornel West. Your whoever else. I don't even know these names. Your Creflo Dollar. I remember my grandma used to, I always have Creflo playing in the house. I couldn't stand Creflo. But luckily I didn't get bit with the bug. The Lord had me set up to be a divergent. All praise to the Lord. I say, nah, grandma, that's wrong. I already correct her. I say, nope, Jesus is black and we're the Israelites.
That's right.
You know what she pulled on me? John 3:16.
Not my Jesus.
Yeah, that's exactly what she said. John 3:16. She highlighted it and opened it and put it on the couch. So you better go look at that, boy.
Why is that the Christian trump card? Like the Bible, a big book.
A big book.
But John 3:16, the big joker to a Christian.
Man, that's the ace in the hole right there for them folks. What you gonna say, officer?
If you ever see some of these Spider-Man movies where he'll hit him with the web and then go back over their eyes.
Man.
He blind him with the web. That's John 3:16.
That what that is? Okay. So, that's who we are. God has set forth us, the apostles. Finish that out on 1 Corinthians 1.
But God has chosen the foolish things of the world to confound the wise.
We confound the wise with this teaching and understanding we have. Who the real Jews? We are not anti-Semitic. We are the real Shemites. We are Semitic, right? We know what holidays to keep. Read.
And God hath chosen the weak things of the world to confound the things which are mighty.
We the weak things of the world. I'm a truck driver. He may be a school teacher. He may work at a gas station. He may work at a warehouse. He may do construction. He may be a carpenter. We the weak things of the world. We the foolish. We got basic jobs against the strong things of the world. They may be politicians, senators, right? They may be in a seat of authority. We're going against these legislations, and they seeing us on their radar. How are they out here in our communities making a ruckus? That's the Spirit of the Lord. Read.
And base things of the world, and things which are despised, have God chosen. Yea, and the things which are not.
Have who chosen?
Hath God chosen.
We didn't choose none of you. If you wake up to know you're an Israelite, God have chosen you. It's on you to make up your mind how you gonna move. You woke up to this. You were activated. Like the Lord, like you say, my sheep hear my voice. Yo number was pulled to be a divergent. You had your test. Now you gotta pick your faction, like in the movie. You gotta pick which one you gonna do. Go ahead, officer.
Hey, let me get Romans 11:8, because like say, you say God chose you to be a divergent. And what you see when you see that purple and gold coming through, that's simply God uses, that's the towel of the Most High God to wash your eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Read that.
Romans chapter 11, verse 8. According as it is written, God have given them the spirit of slumber, eyes that they should not see, and ears that they should not hear, unto this day.
Unto this day. When he say, you know what? Hey, y'all go over there and unplug his ears and wipe his eyes. And for many of us, it was a purple and gold towel that the Most High used. And go back to that image where you see the bishop and them at, where they stand out in that field. Right there. That's what he used. You know how when you was a kid and you get ready to go somewhere, your mama grab you and she'll say, come here, boy, let me wipe that sleep out your eyes. Mm-hmm. You got that eye booger. Mm-hmm. Well, many of us, God put that eye booger on us. And he was the one that used the purple and gold towel to wipe it off. And that's what we see. He used the purple and gold Q-tip to clean your ears. And so it is funny how, like say, the bishop, it didn't start off like that.
Right.
You know, that ain't how it started. It started with the bishop being taught by his leadership, the Most High using his leadership to teach him, and then one day in his kitchen. Mm-hmm. And that's the first picture they ever show of the bishop
when it was started.
Deacons.
When IUIC was started.
Yes, sir.
Right.
And that was the knitting of that purple and gold towel that the Most High has used to wipe the slumber off our eyes, the spirit of slumber off our eyes, because he chose. There you go, right there.
Y'all on point. Y'all all right.
Boy, y'all, they own it. And so now, is this the exact moment when it was like, poof? I don't know. But many of those men are still the allegiant. This is the allegiant.
Right. Now we have the allegiant part.
We have movie number 3.
You still got Bishop Nathaniel, you got Deacon Athan, you got Deacon Asaph, you got some key men. I think I see Deacon Malachi right there.
Yeah.
You got key men that's still here. They was loyal to what the start was. They stuck with it. The Lord's will, we can continue to stick it out. That's a faith builder right there.
Yeah.
You see from the start to where they at now, to where we at now, that's a faith builder right there. You got Bishop Kanai right there. You got Bishop Nathaniel. And on the end you got he was in the beginning, but he's no longer. Yeah. So whatever trial came, he didn't hang. So we gotta make sure, are we gonna be that, like you say, allegiant? Exactly. Are we gonna be that one that's gonna be loyal to the gospel? Because whatever problem come up between my brothers, whatever we got come up, if I'm loyal to y'all, I gotta learn how to fix that through the Spirit of Christ.
Got to come back to it.
And that's a hard thing with a Negro. He ain't loyal to nothing. We not loyal to nothing as a people. All right, so go ahead.
And see, and with Jimmy Barbecue, this ain't the first time that they talked to him.
No. We went over there. We sat down with him. Got a whole documentary on it.
Exactly. And so what like say, revolutionaries they have to they go through things. It's a process, you know. And so what you see, every time they talk to him, a little bit, the Most High wipe a little bit more of that slumber away.
Like I get what you're saying. It's like the more they talk to him, it's like the seed is being planted. Like one plant, one water, but God get the increase.
Exactly.
All praise. So you got something else you gonna say?
Well, I just want to pull a quick scripture if I can. Going into that loyalty, right? That being allegiant to something. We do all have to understand that at the end of it all, if we're not loyal to this, we will not receive the reward of the kingdom. I just want two quick scriptures. 2 Ezra chapter 2 and verse 35. Just to show that. Did you have this off 2 Ezra 2?
No.
2 Ezra 2 and 35. What is your loyalty like? And that's something that comes with that self-examination. Really think about what it is you were part of. You understand?
That's what Rihanna said. She had a song called Loyalty. Sister know the song. Loyalty, loyalty, loyalty. Oh, man, y'all don't know the song. Y'all know the song. Y'all listen to it. I know I heard it. Go ahead.
2 Ezra 2:35.
This is the book of 2 Ezra chapter 2 and verse 35. Be ready to the reward of the kingdom. For the everlasting light shall shine upon you forevermore.
So it says, be ready to the reward of the kingdom. Who is it that's going to receive the reward of the kingdom? Jump down to verse 41. What is Ezra seeing right here?
Verse 41, the number of thy children whom thou longest for is fulfilled. Beseech the power of the Lord that thy people which have been called from the beginning,
God's people which have been called from the beginning, the Israelites,
may be hallowed.
Verse 42.
I, Esdras, saw upon the Mount Sion a great people whom I could not number, and they all praise the Lord with songs.
So that great people, the same you read about in Revelation chapter 7, this is the Israelites. This is where you go to the know. This is God's people, not no all nations, none of that stuff they try to get you to think about. But this is the point. Verse 47. Who are these people? How are they? How is it that these are the ones that are receiving the reward of the kingdom? Verse 47.
So he answered and said unto me, it is the Son of God.
So we got Christ, the Son of God. He asked, who is this young person that crowneth them? In the previous verse, that's the Son of God, Jesus the Christ. Come on.
Whom they have confessed in the world.
What they do?
Confessed in the world.
They confessed Christ in the world. They showed that they were allegiant to Christ in the world. Come on.
Then began I greatly to commend them that stood so stiffly for the name of the Lord.
These are those that stood so stiffly for the name of the Lord. Those that were ultimately ready to die behind Christ for his name's sake, like we was reading about in Matthew chapter 10. Showing you got to be loyal to Christ. Otherwise, you won't get what we got in what we just read in verse 35, where it says, be ready to the reward of the kingdom. So be mindful. Do you really think about where your loyalty lies? That's all I want to point out, Austin.
Praise. So I guess now pull up the movie series again. I don't want to forget my point. Let me see. We got a few more minutes. We're gonna run through a few more scriptures. So basically, we on allegiance now. For those who may just started watching, we're going through Divergent, God's Divergent. All right. So pull it up. So I guess now we on Brother Seaton scriptures on the allegiant part. Allegiant means to be what? Faithful, loyal. That's the definition we pulled up, right? That's what we're going into. So on the movie series, I said we got to start looking at movies with spiritual eyes, right? That's the whole series of the movie. Divergent, Insurgent, Allegiant. All right, so understanding when you're watching a movie, don't just watch it. Bishop always say, watch it with spiritual eyes. You go ahead and take it down. Watch it with spiritual eyes. All right, so Revelation, Ecclesiastes 7:28. Ecclesiastes 7:28.
Hey, while you getting that, hold that picture because I want to go back to that. Y'all know I'm big on visuals, so just hold that picture, and when you finish, I want to touch that picture again.
Okay,
yes, sir.
I'll praise. Ecclesiastes 7:28.
The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7 and verse 28.
I'm going here to show if you are divergent, God called you out, one of a family, two of a city. God called you. The Lord loved you. The Lord chose you, activated you. What are you going to do with that? Read that thing.
Verse 28, which yet my soul seeketh, but I find not. One man among 1,000 have I found.
You that one brother of 1,000. You woke up, you in this body, you that one brother of 1,000. What you going to do with it? Every man ain't coming into this truth. We wish it would be so, But every man ain't going to come into this truth. Many are called, but few are chosen. Many called. They ain't say all are called. If you that one brother of 1,000, that was Solomon said, hey, out of 1,000, it's one good man out of 1,000. I got to go through it. Yeah, it's going to be a lot to go through, but it's one in there. If you in this truth, fighting for this gospel, fighting to keep the commandments, battling that war in your mind to overcome whatever sin we dealing with, you that one brother of 1,000. Let's sit on that. Go ahead.
But of a woman, among all those have I not found.
So if you in this true system, you got a chance. If you ain't got no damn chance. I ain't going down the road with the sisters today. 1 Kings 19:18. Just stay in the spirit and be in subjection. You'll be all right. 1 Kings 19:18. Because the way a sister get into the kingdom, the way she be a divergent is for the examples of what? Shiphrah and Puah. Like the foremothers in Exodus. They were saving the men, children alive. And the Lord blessed them. Right? It's plenty of examples in the scriptures of sisters doing righteous things for the men of the Lord. Doing righteous things for the nation. Y'all got to meditate on that part of it to be God's divergent. They got the little skinny, wicked white woman up there. That was pissing me off. Now I'm talking about the sisters. Then I see this skinny white woman up there. They got the skinny, pull it up, officer. Pull it up. You wanted it. They got the skinny white girl up there.
Yeah.
Y'all should be pissed off if y'all sisters, if y'all see this. First off, I see feminism. You know how I see it? Because they got the white girl standing up.
Yeah.
The Edomite boy squatting down. Okay. She's standing in a position of power on Divergent. And the second one, they got her in the middle. She's in the middle.
At the forefront.
Haircut, got a
haircut, little fade, right? And on the last one, she right there still in the center. I'm looking at all that screams feminism.
I'm a PhD.
Yeah, she a PhD. She's a Amelia Bloomer. All set up to trick our Israelite sisters.
Yeah.
So for the Israelite woman today, for her to be a divergent, she got to know how to do what? Follow the ways of the Bible. Follow her role. Keep the commandments. Be in subjection. Be like, they all want to be like Judith. They all want to chop somebody's head off. But maybe you don't get a chance to chop nobody's head off. Maybe you guys got to have a baby and just be submissive, damn it. And just sit down. Maybe that's just your role. And that's good.
A lot of their problem is they be wanting to chop off the wrong damn head.
Yeah, they want to chop off.
So that's what's wrong with them. They want to chop somebody's head off, but sometimes they want to chop off the wrong damn head.
And they be watching the movie thinking, the white man, he's so fine, he's so cute. His ass going to slavery, you going with him if you don't repent.
Exactly.
So the black woman, if the black woman was on there, it wouldn't be insurgent, it'd be independent. Wow, this is crazy.
This brother crazy.
This is crazy.
It'll be independent.
Independent, yeah.
You crazy. All praise. But let's go ahead, officer. You had something you wanted that.
Okay, go back to, and once again, you got to look at this thing through your spiritual eyes. That's why I say about the new, don't get off of me, put the pictures back up there. Because now think about this. All right, Allegiant, look at how they positioned. They have followed her over the cliff. That means, look, they so loyal, they willing to die for this thing. This is, now don't picture them Edomites. This is the mindset that we must have. Well, when our leaders say go, we got to go over this cliff. You got to believe and understand our leadership know how we move. And they prayed about this. They fasted on this. So guess what? The men, you follow them over the cliff. They hanging by a rope. They hanging by a thread. They facing death.
You see how they, and the one Allegiant, they all 10 toes down. They all head first to go be about the mission.
Exactly.
Like you're saying, we got to be about the mission. As far as how it really should be, us, we are the true judges of the earth. Give me some of them AI arts or something like that, y'all.
And that's how true revolutionaries move.
That's exactly how true.
Loyal to the mission, loyal to the truth. That's how they move.
No regard of their own life.
Exactly.
No regard of their own life. Give me that in Revelation 14. 14 in verse 4.
The book of Revelation, chapter 14, in verse 4. These are they which were not defiled with women.
Not defiled with women, the philosophies of America and everything like that. And then literally, not defiled women, meaning they don't follow a woman. They not, letting a woman rule over them. Read.
For they are virgins. These are they.
Not literal virgins, meaning they not defiled. They're pure. They not defiled with the ways of America. Go ahead.
These are they which follow the Lamb whithersoever he goeth.
These men are allegiant to Christ. Follow the Lamb whithersoever he go. Read.
These were redeemed from among men, being the first fruits unto God.
That's like that one out of 1,000. Read.
And to the Lamb.
And to the Lamb. Read.
And in their mouth was found no guile.
Go ahead.
For they are without fault before the throne of God.
Go ahead.
And I saw
That's it. Follow the Lamb whithersoever he goeth. They all go. I see y'all, Obadiah. They all go. Yes, sir. Who that is? That's old T Silent. Once again. All praise to the Most High. Go ahead. Now let's go to Revelation 7, verse 4. Revelation 7, verse 4. Read that.
Yes, sir. The book of Revelation.
Come on.
Chapter 7 and verse 4. And I heard the number of them which was sealed.
So it's going to be a number of divergents that's going to be sealed. Read.
And there was sealed 144,000 of all the tribes of the children of Israel.
Read.
Of the tribe of Judah was sealed 12,000.
Read.
Of the tribe of Reuben was sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Gad was sealed 12,000.
These men that's going to be divergent, they're going to go against the grain. They will not follow the ways of America. They will not bow to Baal. Read.
Of the tribe of Asher was sealed 12,000.
Read.
Of the tribe of Naphtali was sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Manasseh was sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Simeon was sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Issachar was sealed 12,000.
These men will not give in. They will not be moved. Like you pulled earlier, they're going to stand stiffly for the name of the Lord. They will not be moved. Ain't nothing going to shake them. These are God's divergents. Read.
Of the tribe of Zebulun was sealed 12,000.
Read.
Of the tribe of Joseph was sealed 12,000.
That's not Joseph, meaning like Joseph. That's Ephraim. That's Manasseh. Read.
Of the tribe of Benjamin was sealed 12,000.
Come on.
After this I beheld, and lo, a great multitude, which no man could number.
These are divergents too. So, brothers and sisters, yeah, we all divergents. It ain't just, the 144,000 I'm talking about. We keeping these commandments. We believing on Christ. We all divergents. We all say to hell with America. We going out like cheese heads. That's how we going. Read.
Which no man could number, of all nations and kindreds and people and tongues, stood before the throne and before the Lamb, clothed with white robes and palms in their hands.
Talking about all nations, meaning the Israelites scattered in all nations. All right, so listen up very closely. We got to understand one thing. The Lord coming back, we got to keep his commandments. All right, Romans 11 and 4. Romans 11 and 4. And then you get Romans 8:18.
Romans chapter 11 and verse 4.
Come on.
But what saith the answer of God unto him? I have reserved to myself 7,000 men.
What?
I have reserved to myself 7,000 men who have not bowed the knee to the image of Baal.
The Lord got a number reserved. The Lord has a number reserved who will not bow to the ways of America. The Lord is not going to reveal just everything. Okay, we got all our numbers out there. No. That's why we go to places like, hey, I watch y'all. I see y'all all the time. I follow y'all. Hey, come over here, do this. Come over here, do that. We've experienced that here. Different towns we done here. Different small towns here in the southern states. Read that. Romans 8:18.
I got you. Romans chapter 8 and verse 18. For I reckon that the sufferings of the present time.
The suffering of this present time, whatever it is you're going through, your trial, your turmoil, your marriage problem, your job problem, whatever it is you're going through, read.
Are not worthy.
It ain't worthy.
To be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us.
The glory that's going to be revealed in us is not even worthy to compare to this little nonsense we dealing with. Okay, you got back problems. You got to get your health right. Okay, you can't find a job. Okay, you having this issue. The Lord said, what I got prepared for you, you can't even compare it to nothing. You can't even put it on the scale next to each other. We just got to keep enduring, Israel. We got to keep getting through day to day, week to week, month to month, and finding joy in this, having our strength in this, preferring one another. That's how we get through the hard times. That's how we prepare for harder times. I got something? I'm going to get ready to wrap it up. Y'all got anything I want to bring out? All right, so Lord's will, We get stuff from that class. Lord's will, you ain't. Give me James 4:4.
Book of James, chapter 4, and verse 4.
Come on.
Ye adulterers and adulteresses.
Listen, read.
Know ye not that the friendship of the world is...
The friendship of the world. You go with the flow. You go along to get along. The friendship of the world
is enmity with God. Whosoever, therefore, will be a friend of the world.
You go with society. Read.
Is the enemy of God.
You enemy of God. You go with society. You are the enemy of God. So it's best to come on over here, be a divergent with the rest of us, and just go ahead and just go ahead and keep the commandments until the end. All right, so you got something else?
Brother better start diverging.
You better do something. Keep the commandments, bro.
Message.
All right. So with that, Lord's will, we got something from the class. Thank y'all, brothers, for chiming in. Shalom.
What is a nation?
Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is you.
And finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord. His word